we created this organizing our demands, as other people may perceive us to be, in fact, we are the most organized protesters in the history of Liberia.
So,
for the fact that we have the zest and energy to stand for justice, for Jessica Law, and victims and survivors of repressive human rights violations. So our essence of being here is to engage the Senate and also petition the Senate to ensuring that they can intervene in the case of Jessica Law. We're very disappointed in the system, whether it is the legislature, whether it is the Senate, whether it is the judiciary. We are disappointed for the fact that no one could come out to officially condemn the mysterious act against Jessica Law until after a final verdict was passed. That alone is a betrayal to the existence of women and children across Liberia. So we are disappointed. We are not here because we want to interact with senators and representatives. We are here because we feel we are victims of extreme injustice across Liberia. This is why in our midst you will see different groups because they are concerned. You'll see women, you'll see the disabled group, you'll see youth groups. They are here because they are concerned about Jessica's issue. So we have an official and well-organized petition to present to the Senate. So that's why we're here.
This is the side of the House of Representatives.
Yeah.
I think your concerns, they are legitimate. Any sensible and responsible man or a government should be able to tolerate what you're doing. We should only conduct ourselves in the most peaceful form and manner. But I believe that one life taken is all lives taken. So we should be able to
not clapping. Not clapping.
So all of us who are actors, including yourselves, if you are not in a society, the society will not be society. If we are not in a society, the society will not be society. So as you have done and exercised restraint, I hope these kind of peaceful demonstrations that is guaranteed under our constitution, we will always continue this kind of thing. So our only advisor will stand appropriately and arrange ourselves so that you can present your petition as chair on rules and administration. It is my responsibility to restore law and order here. And then the chairman on claims and petition is not around. We can receive whatever petition on their behalf and will be turned over to the relevant committee. And we can assure you, but is it better late than never? Even though you have come at the time the legislature is about to close, but it's not late. When the legislature closed, then it means that even the leadership will continue to act and those issues that will be raised will be looked into. Because it hurts that girl or any other person that is killed, could be your brother, could be my brother, could be anybody's relative. So the state actors should be able to support your idea. But I only send a message of caution that whatever we do, we should maintain the peace and stability of our country. So I just want to say thank you for being peaceful, for conducting yourself in a responsible manner. In Liberia, this is one of the most peaceful demonstrations that I've ever seen or gathering. So I want to say thank you for what you have done, and we'll be willing to receive your petition.
Okay, so
but if the petition not on the phone,
we have to just present it to you.
You're just here to read it.
And we want to be on record.
So you want me
the
to?
Media institutions are here so that they can know what's going on.
Thank you for giving us the opportunity and the platform to shed light.
My man, I'm Liberian. My man, if people can protect me more than you. My man, I tell you, just copy and wait.
Thank you for giving us the opportunity and the platform to shed light on the Jessica Lloyd case. Following the recent news and the verdict reached in the Jessica Lloyd case, we are disgusted to see how our justice system oppresses people in Liberia. For us as a nation to liberate ourselves, it involves dismantling oppressive structures and biases that disproportionately impact disadvantaged Liberians in the legal system, specifically specifically women and girls. We see this trend in the uprise of rape cases, hence why in the process reforming our justice system, we have to address sexism, socioeconomic discrimination, inadequate representation, and much more. We must support the voices of Liberian women in the judicial reform process, ensuring that our perspectives and needs are taken seriously. We believe as citizens, moreover as women, it's our civil duty to fight for those who can't fight for themselves, which is why we are very passionate about this case and have chosen to stand by Jessica and her family because this brutal attack should have never happened. Not only should it have never happened, Lucas Richards should have never gone free. So this case is very important and is a crucial step in dismantling the corrupt and oppressive system we have in Liberia. This case would not happen anywhere in the world. It would not happen in Nigeria, Ghana, but only Liberia. So it's your duty, it's your civil duty to help Liberian people and make sure that this man, we get justice for Jessica Lloyd. Justice for Jessica!
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 So now that you've heard Jessica tell her story, I would like to ask the public one question. What would you have done if it was you? What would you have done if it was your child? What would you have done if it was your mother? What would you have done if it was somebody close to you, a female relative close to you? Why is it that in Liberia, everyone turns a blind eye to things like this? Why is it that Liberian women and women all around the world are never protected? This needs to stop. Liberian women need change. We need protection. I want to call out the women in position of power. This isn't about Liberian men. This is about Liberian women.
Absolutely.
And as a man, especially a man in the position of power, you should take that initiative. You should stand up and fight for what's right. I want to call out women in position of power. The First Lady of the Republic of Liberia, Madam Boyka, the Senate Pro Tem, Madam Lawrence, and the Second Lady of the Republic of Liberia, Madam Kuhn. The Minister of Gender, Madam Colley, and last but not least, the former VP of Liberia, Madam Joelle Howard-Taylor, with honorable mentions of all the female representatives and senators. I would like to urge you to speak out and fight for Jessica and her family. Women in power have a unique responsibility to speak up in the face of injustice because their voices carry influence and can drive meaningful change. By using their platforms in position of authority, they can amplify the voices of marginalized individuals, especially women. Thank you.
Amanda!
Well, we have listened to your petition being read. We have our holy Honorable Musa Hassan Belleted who have just joined us. I will pause. We will make a brief remarks and I will do a closing, and then we'll tell you the position of the House of Representatives based on the petition being read.
Thank you, Ms. J, and to the organizers of this petition ceremony. As you may know by now, the House has already taken action to summon the Minister of Justice, the prosecutor on the case, and all those involved. We believe that the case of Jessica serves as a litmus test to the commitment of this 55th legislature to make sure that this never happens. We also want to assure you that we stand by you as you seek civil justice in the United States against this perpetrator. The man left this country to believe justice was not served. The House of Representatives, as Paul has told you, is already taking serious action. We will not rest. We will do everything we can to make sure that justice is served. We want to thank you for your effort. We want to thank you for everything that you have been doing while this case is going on. The House, there is no business as usual in this building anymore. We're here to fight for our people. We will fight for Jessica, and we will make sure that what happened to Jessica will never ever happen again. And the House will go to the bottom of this to make sure that justice is served. Thank you.
Thank you.
So thank you very much, and thank you for the petition that you've read. What we can say to you, even we know that we have three separate important branches of government. The judicial branch on the court that rendered the decision. I'm not a lawyer, but I'm informed that once there are new discoveries, when the matter is adjudicated and there are new discoveries, that matter will be brought back under the jurisdiction of the court. So we believe that there are new discoveries. And based on those discoveries, the matter will be brought back under our judicial system for proper justice to be served. I know that Jessica is speaking to each and every one of you. And I know that, as my colleague has said, this is not going to go unnoticed as serious steps have been taken. But all we want to say to you, for all of the victims, including ourselves, let's exercise maximum and constitutional restraint so that Jessica's rights will not be placed on politics or will not be placed on all of things. So I just want to say thank you. Your petition, now we are going to close today, but I will ensure with my colleague will place it on the agenda and more actions will be taken.
Let me say something real quick. Representative, I want to challenge you. I'm Robert, and I'm from the closing argument. I know that we're talking about Jessica right now, but too many times and too often, our people in this country are treated like foreigners, while foreigners are treated and respected as if they are Liberians. Do you remember the story of More Than Me? When white men and white women are involved in criminal cases in this country, one way or the other, they get away with it. If it was a black man, if it was a Liberian, Zobo Liberian, a poor black Liberian, who have been accused of attempted murder, I can guarantee you almost you will be a sub-bitch with no due process. The fact that we continue to have this slavery mentality in this country, and we continue to protect foreigners in this country while we enslave our own people, it must stop. It must stop. So I will caution you guys, as you move forward this case should not only be a litmus test. There should be a call to action. To protect Liberian citizens in this country. We're not foreigners in our own land. We are Liberian citizens and we must be respected. Period. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much.
We want justice. Let justice be done. Let justice be done. Need justice.
Most of them were just in the handshake. And come to the end of this live. At the Capital Building here, where former Mayor Joseph Kochi and some members of the CDC have come here to petition, to present the petition statement. The legislature, thanks for being there. Thanks for following. I'm going to go off. We'll come back briefly to continue this live broadcast. Thanks for following. Thanks for being there. Bye-bye for now. My name is Prince. We are here at the grounds of the Capitol building. And of course, you see there, Major Kochi and some members of his supporters came here, basically from the CDC, to present the petition statement to the legislature, the House to be specific. So thanks for being there. Bye-bye.